Hi everyone, my name is Kayla Toure and I am the National American Miss Teen 2022 to 2023. Welcome to my question and answer about my National American Miss journey. I can't wait to talk to you guys about my experience at NAM, how many years I've been competing, what I did after I competed, and all of those amazing things. Question I got was, how many years have I been competing at National American Miss and how many titles have I won? I've been competing at National American Miss since 2009 and it is currently 2023, so that means I've been competing at NAM for over 13 to 14 years. I actually did not win my first state title until 2020, where I was the New York junior teen. So that means that it took me over 10 years to win my first NAM state title. And I had been competing in nearly every single age division at NAM. So I competed when I was a princess, junior preteen, junior teen, and now teen. Next question I got was, can I show you guys my NAM sashes that I won when I was New York teen and New York junior teen? Sure. This is my junior teen sash. This sash means so much to me. During my reign, I actually was unable to have a state pageant because it was during COVID, so I actually went the ARP route, so this sash was mailed to me. I wasn't crowned, unfortunately, but this sash, it means the world to me. I remember when it was mailed to me, I was literally screaming because it just represented all the years of hard work and determination. And these are some pins that I have on my sash. It says "Stop the Violence" and "Be Kind." And I also have a little crown that I got at Nationals. That's my first one. And then my team sash, I love this sash, especially because it is the 20th anniversary of NAM. NAM made the sashes extra special this year. And I got these pins at NAM Nationals for the optional competitions I was competing in. So this is my favorite thing about National American Miss. I can name a lot of things, but I think first and foremost, I absolutely love the sisterhood. I have a sister who's actually 6 years older than me. So growing up, we were not really able to relate on a lot of different levels because she was my older sister. So for a long time, I always wish I had a sister that was around my age so that she would be able to understand me. And when I began competing in National American Miss, I was able to gain sisters that were not only my age and older, but also younger. And that is one of the many reasons why I continue to compete at NAM, because I was able to bond through that sisterhood. And I was also able to make so many friends and so many memories that have been able to last me for centuries. How many titles have I won at NAM? Like I recently said earlier, I won my first state title, which was the NAM New York junior teen in 2020. And that was actually my first state title. And then earlier last year, I had the honor of winning the National American Miss Teen title for 2022. And then, of course, I was able to have the privilege and honor of being crowned the National American Miss Teen 2022 to 2023. So I have won 2 state titles and 1 phenomenal and magnificent national title. Why did you pick to wear your green gown at both state and nationals? This is actually a question that I get a lot. I actually call my lime green dress my green leprechaun because I believe that it is my lucky charm. I chose to wear it for both state and nationals because I truly loved it. I actually got my green gown in 2019. So when I was a freshman in high school. And I remember when I was getting the dress initially designed, I was told by the dress designer that this was going to be a winning dress. And I remember in the back of my mind, I told myself that that was going to be the dress that I was going to win my first national title in. And it's amazing that I was actually able to make that dream come to life, because that is the gown that I won my first national title in. So I wore the dress because I absolutely loved it. I loved how I looked in it. I felt my best. I loved the color. I loved the shape, the silhouette. And honestly, it is my most favorite gown that I have ever worn. And I absolutely love the gown, which is why I wore it for both state and nationals. Fun fact, I actually also wore my green leprechaun dress in 2020 at NAM Nationals 2020. And I honestly loved it. I had to wear it to nationals both times. Who did your hair and makeup for nationals? This is actually a question that I get a lot. My mom and I actually both did my hair and makeup for nationals and for state. I decided this year that I was not going to get my hair and makeup done professionally. And to be completely honest, I'm actually very happy that I chose that decision, because I loved how I did my hair and makeup, and I loved how my mom was able to do it as well. The hairstyles that I actually chose were very, very innovative and intricate, and I knew that my mom would be the only one that would be able to ace those hairstyles. So Mom and I did my hair for the nationals, and I loved it. And she actually currently does my hair and makeup to this day. What did you do after you won? To be completely honest, I do not remember anything after I was called into the top 2. Everything is such a blur. But when I tried to remember, I do remember after being crowned, being escorted by Miss Desiree, and I remember that my aunt was actually backstage. She was on FaceTime with, I believe, either my uncle or another one of my aunts. And after I won, I had to go straight into the contract signing, and I was able to sign my contract with Miss MT. And then I was actually surprised with all the gifts. And then I had a bigger surprise. 5 of the National American Miss Legacy Queens, Demacia, Faith, Delaney, Kylie, Hermona, they all surprised me after my contract signing. So we actually did a little mini photo shoot. And it was such an amazing experience. And after I was able to talk to them and then take pictures, I was actually surprised with some of my friends that I competed with. Miss Pennsylvania teen, Miss Minnesota teen. And it was honestly just so amazing. And Miss Wisconsin as well. It was so amazing. And then after that, I saw Michaela Belgas, one of my coaches, and she was also with Brianna Miles. So I was able to take some pictures with them. And then I had some really delicious pizza from the market in the hotel. What is your favorite optional competition? This question for me is really hard because I love all the optionals at NAM. I have competed in every single one of them, but I would personally have to say my top 2 optionals that I absolutely love, that I compete in every time I compete at National American Miss, is the actress competition and spokesmodel. As you guys know, I am a professional actress and I actually go to college for acting. And NAM was the first place that I really realized that I could do acting as a profession. I remember being a preteen doing my Colgate commercial. I got first runner-up for my first time at NAM State. And since then, I've always loved the actress competition, and I actually placed top 5 nationally this year, and I was able to perform at the I Am convention, so I was so excited for that. And my second favorite option would have to be the spokesmodel competition. I have grown to love spokesmodel. I love public speaking, and I absolutely love the spokesmodel competition because I'm able to talk about something that is near and dear to my heart, and I absolutely love it. I also competed in the spokesmodel competition at NAM Nationals. I got top 15, so I was really excited about that. And those are my 2 top favorite optionals, although I do love the rest, but those are my two favorite. How did you prepare for nationals? That is a very intricate question. I prepared for nationals in many ways, and I could probably make a whole YouTube video based on my preparation. But first and foremost, I prepared mentally. And I think that's something that I want to share with you guys, because that was so important to me and that was so significant, especially in my journey now as an NAM teen. So I prepared mentally by writing down what I wanted to do if I had the honor of winning the NAM teen title, why I wanted to win, what would I do if I won, what type of legacy did I want. I also mentally prepared myself by continuously praying, continuously understanding God's plan for me, whether his plan for me was to win the NAM teen title or whether his plan for me was to not win. So my mental preparation also consisted in understanding that whether or not I won, I knew that I did my absolute best. And I also prepared by going to the studio in my apartment and practicing my walking with my coaches. I practiced my interview, I practiced my intro, and I also practiced for the optional contest that I also competed in. How is college? This is actually not a NAM related question, but college is going great. I am currently on spring break, so I'm really excited for that. And I have so many amazing appearances that are in the making right now. I'm going to be volunteering a lot this week, especially since I don't have school. So I'm honestly so excited for that. So college has been very great. It is a lot of work, especially since I'm an acting major, but I'm very happy right now in college. Do you like pageants? I absolutely love them. I've been competing in pageants since I was 5 years old, National American Miss being my first, and I am so honored and blessed to be a representative for the National American Miss system, a organization that has truly built me from the ground up, and an organization that has helped me become the woman that I am today. I love National American Miss. I love Mr. and Mrs. Mays. I love all of the NAM staff and the I Am Pageant Powerhouse staff. It's so amazing being a title holder for such an amazing system. How was your national photo shoot? My national photo shoot was fantastic. I was able to be with my IJM, NAM, and also All-American sister queens. It was great. We actually had the honor of being invited to Ashley Loren's warehouse, and Miss Ashley Renee was there with us. We were able to be glammed, and it was such an amazing opportunity to be in Portland, Maine during one of the most beautiful seasons ever. Scared after you got into the top 5? That's a good question. I actually never placed top 5 at a pageant, specifically on a national level, ever. So that was my first time ever placing top 5, the year that I won my NAM title. I was not extremely nervous. I felt very overwhelmed with happy emotions. I was very, very excited, happy, exhilarated. So I was not very nervous. It was my first time also doing the onstage question, and thankfully I was not nervous about that either. But I was honestly just very happy instead of being very nervous. Why NAM? I began competing in National American Miss because my parents wanted a fire to be lit under me. Growing up, I was a kid, I always loved talking, but my parents wanted me to have a bigger drive, more ambition. They wanted me to gain more self-confidence. And that is exactly why they put me in National American Miss, and I have been competing in National American Miss for over 10 years because not only do I love this system, but this system has helped me become the person I am today. From learning poise and presentation to interviewing skills. without National American Miss, I would not be who I am today. And as a result of me competing in National American Miss, I have been able to do so many amazing things, including modeling for a national cosmetic company, including being able to act for some household names in the acting industry, and so many more. Without them, I love what it's about. I love its mission. And more importantly, I love how I feel when I'm on that National American Miss stage. Interview advice. I'm actually gonna do a whole separate interview advice for NAM on my channel very soon. But if I can give you some tips for interview, it's just to be yourself. Know who you are, why you want to win, why you decided to compete, and what are you going to do if you want to win. So you need to have a plan of action. And that's some of my tricks and tips. I promise I'm gonna do a whole YouTube video devoted on interview practice, interview tips, and how to ace your interview. But the way to ace your interview is to know who you truly are, because interview at the end of the day is all about you. Second to last question that I've actually been recently asked a lot is, do I book my own appearances? I do. I had the honor of being an intern for a public relations company when I was in high school, where I was able to learn about how to book appearances for pageant girls, how to schedule appointments. And through me being an intern for that company, I was able to take a lot of the characteristics that I learned there and use it as the NAM teen. So I have been able to successfully book a lot of my appearances. Like you guys saw, my HBCU-ish Instagram live series, I created that entire idea myself. When you see me volunteer at different organizations, that's me booking my own appearances. Talk about NAM prep. I talked a little bit about how I prepared for National American Miss and how to prepare for an interview. But NAM prep honestly depends on the individual. For some people, prepping for NAM might mean practicing their introduction in the mirror 1 hour every day. For other people, that might mean practicing their song that they're going to perform for talent. For other people, that might mean walking on your runway or walking in your garage to make sure that you get that perfect score in formal wear. So NAM prep honestly all depends on the individual and what the individual wants to work on. My last question that I was asked was, what has been my favorite experience as the NAM teen so far? I can talk all about the amazing things that I've done, but I guess I'm going to highlight only two. One would have to be my HBCU-ish Instagram live series. I was able to do my Instagram live series in honor of Black History Month, and I was able to interview Black trailblazers, role models, pageant queens, students, scholars, and it was such an honor being able to speak to so many of them, especially when I was able to speak to people that I had looked up to since I was 5 years old. So that was one of my most favorite experiences. And then also going to the national photo shoot, being with my sister queens, being with the I Am staff. It was such a fantastic and honorable experience. It was amazing being able to model for so many different fashion designers, including Sydney Dion and Ashley Loren and Ashley Renee and Mark DeFang. And it was also just amazing being able to spend quality time with my sister queens and also the I Am staff. The memories that I made during that weekend will last in my brain forever. And I'm so excited for the state pageants, and I'm so excited for the national pageant. Well, I will be able to be back with my sister queens.